And time to finish Greenwitch by Susan Cooper, so I'll come on and say hi to you face to face. I happen to be home sick from work today, so I was able to finish reading you guys this book. And I will talk a little bit at the very end. Jane has given a gift to the Greenwitch. The old ones have read the prophecy, and we only have a tiny bit to go. Mr. and Mrs. Penhallow stood waving from the steps of the cottage as they left. Merriman to put the 4 children on the London train, the Stantons on a visit to Truro for the day. "Goodbye! Good journey to you, goodbye!" The cars disappeared across the quay. Overhead, seagulls wheeled and cried. Professor did find what he came for, this time I do believe," Mr. Penhallow said, sucking pensively at his pipe. "That little gold cup from last year that was stolen in London, aye. But there is more, I fancy." Mrs. Penhallow gazed at the point where Merriman's car had rounded the corner, with speculation in her eyes. "More of what? 'Twas no accident he came down here at Greenwich time. He've never done that before. This was Captain Tom's first Greenwich making at home, for a good many years too. I don't know, Walter, I don't know, but something strange have been going on." "You'm dreamin'," Mr. Penhallow said indignantly. "That I'm not. But that young Jane was, one night. That same night everyone was dreaming. The night the whole village was hill-ridden. Such talk there was next morning of things best forgotten. And that morning I was right near the bedrooms going about my business when young Jane woke up, and she let out such a hoot, and was out of her room like a wild thing, running to her brother's." "So she'd been dreaming, sure," Mr. Penhallow said. "A bad 'un by the sound of it. What of that?" "'Twasn't her dreaming that stays with me." Mrs. Penhallow looked out at the quiet harbour and the drifting gulls. "'Twas her room. Clean as a pin it was the night before. She am a neat little maid. But everywhere in that room that morning there was a great mess of little twigs and leaves, hawthorn leaves and rowan, and everywhere a great smell of the sea." Here ends Greenwitch, 3rd book of the sequence named The Dark is Rising. The next book will be called The Grey King. There will be 5 books. And we're going to start a new book today, probably, but I will put The Grey King on the schedule as soon as somebody requests The Grey King. I have really gotten into reading these books. You can see I zoomed through Greenwich for you guys. So I am excited to get to The Grey King, but I will do that as soon as you finish Greenwich and ask for Grey King. In the meantime, we have many, many other books to read. I have a great big pile sitting right in front of this recorder, and one of them will probably get started this afternoon. I will see you guys then.